Hey everybody, sorry you haven't seen very much of me for a week or so. I guess I just haven't really been able to do stuff like I usually would, if I'm going to be honest. I'm going through a thing at the moment. It's very difficult. Maybe I'll go into it more another time, but basically I've spent many of the last few days back and forth at the doctor's and starting my medication again. But I do need to sort of continue. I do want to continue making my videos, and I want to try and carry on as best as possible. Anyway, if you've watched me for a long time, the brand Dark and Love, I've made several videos about them. Every time they bring out new stuff, they always send me a few things to kind of review and to showcase to you. So it is time once more to do that again. I do feel like as a fashion brand they are sort of gradually getting better and better. I've always found their quality to be kind of like reasonable, like not like amazing, but to be quite, you know, reasonable. Not like absolutely the best, like this item will last you forever and ever, but like kind of like very pretty things that are quite good. They're quite nice. Anyway, so I think the stuff that I have to show you today is stuff that is very beautiful, and I think you'll really like it. I think everything that I've got to show you this time is stuff that I really like. I think you'll really like it too. It's a little bit fancy, you know, like it's maybe some of it's stuff that you wouldn't wear every day, or maybe you would, I don't know. This brand here, you know the one? Dark and Love with the dreadful spindly killerfish logo. I'll list their website below so you can have a look if you like. They don't do any male stuff, they only do women's stuff still. Their website is Goth Lolly Beauty, so it's a slightly different name, but that's like the main website for the brand. You can now find Dark and Love stuff at many different online stores. I'm sort of seeing it more and more, like gathering popularity. Anyway, gosh, where should I start? You'll see what I mean when I say that these things aren't necessarily for every day. Maybe they are, depending on your lifestyle and what you're what you're able to wear, but I think I'll start with the skirt because I've worn this a few times and it's really very nice. Obviously I'll model everything so you can kind of see what it looks like. This here is a sort of bouffant long length skirt. Over the top it's got this layer of like tucked up lace, and there's velvet around the hem, and it looks kind of like the whole thing is velvet, but the underneath part is just this sort of satiny stuff. It's got quite a lot of volume, and unfortunately I no longer have, I got rid of my big hoop petticoat that I was wearing in my last video. This, like, you know, the kind of petticoat that makes a skirt stand out like that. I had to get rid of it, it was too fucked. So this would look really perfect with a hoop petticoat under it or some sort of big crinoline thing. This skirt is one size fits most. It's got a very stretchy waistband and ties around the waist to make it fit to you. It would look best with a corset over the top, I think, to conceal the ties, as I have it done here. Yeah, it's just got this nice sort of old-fashioned charm to it, really. I just love it. I love the velvet around the hem and the nice gathered shape of the lace. I think the skirt has a really nice shape. I have found with other skirts of theirs that I've got that their one size fits all has been like way too small. Well, like I've been just able to get them on, and I guess I'm kind of like a UK 14, so like it'll be like I can get it on, but it's pretty tight. Whereas this now seems to be a lot more lenient with the girth, a lot more likely to fit a variety of sizes than their previous designs, I think. Yeah, but I love this skirt. Very, very beautiful. Speaking of skirts, can you believe I completely forgot to talk about this skirt? Shame on me, really. Like, what the fuck? How did I do that? Kind of different to everything else in this video. It's more modern looking. It's long at the back, short and gathered at the front, and of a light and floaty material. It also has some give around the waist, although not as much, and is decorated around the waist with these big metal rings. A bit more kind of casual and everyday compared to the other things I'm going to show you. Something that I think kind of goes well with the skirt, like I think looks nice if you wear them together just because of the balance of the velvet. This is cool. This is like a little shawl thing. It's like this high-necked shawl. Well, would you call it a shawl? I don't really know. So it's all velvet at the top, and the rest of it's all this lace with these long tassels hanging off the bottom. So it does up with a clasp at the neck. It's this nice sort of stiff velvet. It's got this beautiful pointed shape at the back. Again, it gives an outfit like this kind of old world charm. And around the neck, there are buttons where you can put on this detachable strip of feathers. I really like this. I think it's very elegant. I'm not sure how well high-necked things suit me, but this is really the kind of thing I like. I really love to wear stuff that went out of fashion 200 years ago. Because, you know, why did people stop wearing these things? Fashion was so beautiful once. Why did we ever stop dressing that way? Anyway, so there's the shawl, and that's what the strip of feathers looks like that you could take off. I like the fact that that's detachable because, yeah, that's not for everybody, and it's kind of cool, but not really for me. And also, like, the feathers are not truly black. They've got like a bit of a green shimmer, and I feel like that would bother me. if I wasn't wearing other colours that would match, so I'm glad that comes off. Normally I leave my favourite thing for last, but I don't know what that would possibly be this time. I think I like all of these things equally. Sorry if I seem kind of weird and distant or like far away or like I'm not really present, because this sort of experience that I'm going through lately is like, I just kind of feel like I'm constantly floating above myself. Maybe some of you know that feeling. It's just a kind of trauma recovery thing or whatever. I don't know, it's bullshit. I hate it. I wish it would stop. It's not very nice. Yeah, sorry if I seem a bit weird or distant. I'm doing my best. I wonder if this is my favorite item. I don't know, it's certainly the most impressive. Perhaps you will agree. I'm not sure, what would you call this? I guess it's kind of a jacket, kind of, but like you can wear it just by itself. Like you don't have to put anything underneath. In fact, I found it better to wear nothing underneath. It's also of this really nice heavy velvet, and it's got this kind of slightly sort of Georgian feel to it, like the shape of it does, like the shape of the neckline and the trims and stuff. It's got a slightly little bit of a like Georgian kind of feel to it. I don't know if that's the exact period I'm thinking of, but anyway, it definitely looks like it doesn't belong in this time period, and I like that. I mean, it does zip up, which maybe spoils the illusion a little bit, but I don't know, that makes it easy to get on and off. I'll show it to you in a second properly. I think the only thing that I didn't like about this jacket thing was that when I first went to pull the zip up, that the loop that attaches the zip to the zip pull kind of just came off. It just bent and came off. Like, okay, cool. But I was able to fix it pretty easily, so not really a big deal, but just something, just saying. The sleeves are puffed at the top and at the elbow. They split into two long pieces which are trimmed with lace. It's split at the front and very long and V-shaped at the back. There's a little bit of padding in the shoulders and a lace trim around the back of the neck. No, I really like this. Like, when I first put it on, I thought it was going to be too small, but it does fit, it just fits. And I really like this. Like, I feel like I might actually wear this to Wave Gothic Treffin or Mariluna or something this year. I think it would look really excellent with like some hip panniers, you know the ones, those sort of 18th century style panniers that just come out at the hips, pocket panniers or whatever. That would look really, really cool with this, don't you think? Don't you think that would look awesome? I'm so gonna do that. In fact, I'm totally gonna do that. So maybe if you come to a festival this year and I'm there, you may see me wearing this with some sort of giant skirt underneath. I love 18th century fashion, and I love any kind of modern fashion that sort of reminds me a little bit of that. Also, in the nature of jackets and coats, here is a coat. This isn't one of their newest things, but I thought it looked really, really good for the weather at the moment. Like, it's been snowing here, it's cold, and this is quite warm actually. I've worn this out in the snow, and if you're going to bundle up to face the weather, I always think it's nice to do it as stylishly and elegantly as possible. When possible. So anyway, this jacket here, I don't know if it's made of real wool, probably not, but it does feel like this nice sort of soft wool. And the lapels have this beautiful decoration on them, and it does up with domes at the front, which are disguised as buttons. And at the back is this really cool and kind of different design of crisscross ribbons. It's also longer at the back than it is at the front, and it's got these slightly high shoulders. Again, it looks a little bit kind of period. I've worn this out a few times, and I've actually had compliments on it every time, because it's just such a nice, elegant coat. It's a way to look very elegant, sophisticated, a little bit old worldy, as well as being warm. Last thing I want to mention, remember I said in my last video that you would see lots of veils coming up in the future because I've rediscovered my love for veils. Well, you know, maybe Dark in Love has as well, because they have released this veil. Very pretty. Hang on, let me just untangle the bits. Really, like, I have so many like nicer and more appropriate things now that that it would be good for wearing to a wedding, like, than I had when I actually had my wedding. So never mind, like, this would have been perfect for that, but hey ho. I'm gonna say it's not the most amazing quality thing I've ever seen. Like, where the band is, that I'm always going to be honest, you see, I don't know if you can see, but where the band is, like, it attaches to your head with a metal headband, and the stuff on top has sort of started coming away on one side a little bit, and you can see the glue. So I think the thing is just to be kind of careful. It's very pretty, but yeah, I guess a little bit fragile. So this is a lovely long black veil with little black flowers all over it, and a band of flowers across the top. There are chains looped across the front, and a great big silk cross that sits on your forehead. Yeah, really lacy and pretty and mournful. I don't know, I love historical mourning outfits. That's really something I find beautiful. That's where I get a lot of my fashion inspiration from, and this is quite perfect for that. So actually, you know what, I'm gonna go put it on. Hang on. Ta-da! How's that? Oh, I love it. So It's so pretty, isn't it? I should have been wearing it for the whole video. I think this sort of thing would be really good for a gothic lolly or a kuro lolly ensemble. Like I said, their website is called Goth Lolly Beauty, so they do sort of cater for the gothic lolly stuff a little bit as well. But yeah, I really love this collection of these sort of nice old-fashioned style things that I have this time to show you. Why don't you tell me which thing was your favorite item? And now that I've got it on, I kind of want to say it's the veil of mine. That's my favorite. Oh well, I don't know. I love the velvet jacket thing, and the skirt is very nice, and the shawl is pretty, and the coat is really useful. I don't know. I like them all. So yeah, that's my review, I suppose. As always, I'll say that their stuff is very beautiful. It's quite good. It's not perfect. There might be some little, you know, like I said, like the zip thingy kind of came off, and this is sort of coming away. So it's not perfect, but it's pretty good. And like for this sort of specific kind of fashion that it is, it's quite nice. I do sort of feel like with this jacket, with the velvet one, that maybe I wouldn't actually mind making these sleeves a bit shorter, because then I feel like it would be a bit like the sort of the long dangly bits. I feel like if I cut those and just had lace there instead, then it would be more kind of a little bit more like the period. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know, I'm not very good at sewing, so maybe I shouldn't, or I'll just ruin it. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, of course I will link everything below for you if you want to go have a wee look. I kind of just want to keep this veil on now for the rest of the day. I have to go to the supermarket. Would it be weird if I just wore this to the supermarket? Would that be weird? Yeah, once again, sorry for being a bit sort of vague and distant and not posting very much. Hopefully things will get better eventually, because like I said, I started my meds again, and I'm hopefully getting some therapy soon. Yay, too much information. Anyway, I swear I'm not crazy. Anyway, if you have not already done so, please subscribe to my channel, join our giant global family of weirdos. You know you want to. Thank you very much for watching and putting up with my non-modeling skills. I hope you've enjoyed this video. As always, take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and I will see you next time. Bye!